So now let's talk about the third leg of the stool that you're having problems with here, and that is the intelligence community. So obviously, President Trump has been incredibly critical of the intelligence community. I think some of that is disingenuous. I think that the president doesn't like when the intelligence community comes up with answers he doesn't like. He doesn't have sort of a natural civil libertarian objection to the intelligence community. What is your chief objection to the intelligence community? And how do we draw the balance between an intelligence community that does what it needs to do to protect us from terrorist attack and an intelligence community that is gathering up every bit of data that it can, possibly for use against undesirable people or for targeting of particular viewpoints?
So I think it has to do with how much history you're aware of. And in particular, one of the most disturbing things about our intelligence community is what we found out in the mid-'70s from the Church and Pike commissions, when we really thoroughly investigated what was going on, not only in the FBI, but in particular in the division known as COINTELPRO. And one of the things that I point people to so that they understand just how bad the situation can get is the situation in which Jean Seberg, one of Hollywood's leading actresses, was destroyed by information taken from the, misinformation rather, taken from the FBI and placed in the Los Angeles Times by a woman named Joyce Haber, later repeated by Newsweek, suggesting that she had cuckolded her white husband with a Black Panther's child. She then, under stress, miscarried, had an open casket press conference displaying a dead white fetus, and went crazy, eventually killing herself after attempting to do so on every anniversary of her child's death. This is the way in which the U.S. has previously played. This is not a conjecture, it's not speculation, this is proven fact. Just as we experimented with the idea of getting La Cosa Nostra to kill Dick Gregory, Martin Luther King's right-hand man, the letter from Sullivan trying to get Martin Luther King to kill himself by his own hand, and we actually assassinated Fred Hampton in his bed in Chicago. So if you have a left-of-center perspective, you're very well aware that the intelligence community has previously been out of control. Now, I have no reason to think that it is out of control at the same level now. I don't know if there's an analog of Operation Mockingbird. But the idea that we should simply trust our intelligence community when we have not publicly, vigorously investigated it for many years in a new era in which it's possible to hoover up all sorts of data from simply our daily behavior, given that all of us carry tracking devices, microphones, and video cameras at all time. This is patently insane, and we need a new level of oversight so that we can trust our intelligence community with our secrets. What concerns me is that I don't know who to trust at base. I don't know if we can trust the intelligence community. Maybe we can. Maybe they're doing an absolutely brilliant job without infringing on our rights, or maybe they're out of control. What is it that we are going to do in the modern era with all of this extra sensor data to make sure that we are not being tracked completely?